The Syrian civil war, which had been largely frozen in place since 2020, has suddenly reignited with intense fighting for the city of Aleppo. Rebel forces have made substantial gains in this strategically critical city, forcing the Syrian government to escalate its response. In an attempt to bolster President Bashar al-Assad's weakening defenses, Iran-backed militias from Iraq have reportedly entered Syria, signaling a dramatic shift in the balance of power in the conflict. These militias, numbering around 300 fighters, are crossing into Syria via clandestine routes, reflecting the deepening commitment of Iran to Assad's regime. Iran has long been one of Assad's most powerful allies, providing financial, military, and logistical support to keep his government in power. The latest deployment of Iraqi militias is part of Iran's broader strategy to secure Assad's hold on key territories, particularly as the situation in Aleppo, a city of great symbolic and strategic importance, deteriorates for the Syrian government. The militias, which include groups aligned with Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, are expected to strengthen Assad's military capabilities in the region, where rebel forces have gained significant ground. This support is especially crucial given the mounting pressure on Assad's regime, with Aleppo being a critical battleground that has witnessed some of the war's most intense and destructive fighting. The Iranian-backed forces are now taking positions in key areas to prevent the city from falling entirely to the rebels. Meanwhile, speculation about Hezbollah's involvement in the conflict continues to stir, though the Lebanese militant group, which has been a significant player in Syria's civil war since 2013, appears hesitant to engage more directly at this time. Despite its past involvement in Syrian operations, particularly alongside Assad's forces in their fight against both rebel groups and jihadist organizations, Hezbollah is reportedly reluctant to divert additional resources from its ongoing conflict with Israel. Nonetheless, Hezbollah's deep ties to Iran and its long-standing role in the Syrian war means that it cannot be ruled out as a potential future participant in the conflict if the situation continues to worsen for Assad. Iran's commitment to supporting Assad remains unwavering. Tehran has made it clear that it views the stability of Assad's government as vital to its broader regional strategy, which includes maintaining influence in both Syria and Lebanon, as well as countering the influence of rival powers such as the United States, Israel, and Saudi Arabia. The Iranian militias entering Syria represent a significant escalation of their involvement in the war, marking a shift toward more direct military action to secure Assad's regime. Their presence will likely have a profound impact on the conflict's trajectory, particularly in areas where the government's hold is weakening. In addition to the military involvement, the shifting dynamics in Syria highlight the complexities of the war and the fractured nature of its various factions. The involvement of external actors such as Iran, Russia, and Hezbollah has made the Syrian conflict a proxy battleground, with each group fighting not only for control of Syrian territory but also to assert its influence over the Middle East as a whole. The war has become a high-stakes contest of competing interests, with the region's geopolitical order hanging in the balance. Turkey, which has been a vocal opponent of Assad and a supporter of rebel factions, continues to maintain a presence in northern Syria, adding another layer of tension to the already volatile situation. Ankara has voiced concerns over the growing presence of Iranian-backed militias and Hezbollah in the region, fearing that their involvement will further complicate efforts to reach a political resolution to the conflict. The situation in Aleppo is particularly dire, as the city's civilian population continues to bear the brunt of the violence. The ongoing battles for control of the city are wreaking havoc on its infrastructure, with hospitals, schools, and residential areas being destroyed by bombings and artillery shelling. Humanitarian organizations have warned of a worsening crisis, with many Syrians trapped in the city facing severe shortages of food, water, and medical supplies. As these shifts in military and political alliances unfold, the broader implications for Syria and the Middle East are significant. The war, which began as a popular uprising against Assad's government in 2011, has now become a complex and multifaceted conflict involving numerous international actors with competing interests. The stakes for all parties involved have never been higher, as they seek to shape the future of Syria and the region according to their own strategic objectives. In conclusion, the renewed escalation of the Syrian civil war, marked by the entry of Iran-backed militias into Syria and the shifting dynamics of rebel advances in Aleppo, signals a new phase of intense violence and geopolitical maneuvering. The involvement of external powers such as Iran and the potential role of Hezbollah suggest that the war is far from over, and the situation remains fluid as the conflict spills into new territories. With Syria's future uncertain, the international community will continue to watch closely, hoping for a resolution but bracing for further instability in this critical region.